I just saw Civil War! Hi, welcome to Finnish Guy Likes Movies. My name is Ville and this is my spoiler-free review of Captain America Civil War. Captain America Civil War is a follow-up to Avengers Age of Ultron, but also to Captain America Winter Soldier. And let's get this straight, this is a Captain America movie first and foremost. The story sees Captain America continuing his search for his buddy Bucky Barnes, aka the Winter Soldier, whilst dealing with all of the fallout from all of the collateral damage the Avengers have racked up to this point. The world is demanding that the Avengers be put under some kind of control, and this divides the Avengers between Captain America and his team and Tony Stark's Iron Man and his team. This forces Cap to go off-grid to save his buddy Bucky. This movie is great. The movie is directed by the Russo brothers, Anthony and Joe, who also directed Captain America Winter Soldier. And they managed to keep the story very focused, very tight, whilst dealing with this amazing cast of characters that they have. This movie has a huge amount of characters, maybe even more so than the Avengers have had before this. And while Avengers Age of Ultron might have buckled a bit under the pressure of all of those characters and balancing that with all the actual story of the movie, this movie never buckles. It stays focused on the story, it has great character moments, and it stays focused on the main characters. Speaking of characters, this movie stars basically everybody, and everybody does a great job, especially the two leads, Chris Evans, Captain America, and Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. And I have to say, RDJ maybe even stole the show a bit. His Iron Man in this movie is great. You can really feel all the weight that Iron Man has racked up on his shoulders in this movie, and it shows. Robert Downey Jr. hits it out of the park. Chris Evans, again, solid, great performance as Captain America. The best part about those performances, and especially the direction they've gotten from the Russo brothers, is that all throughout the movie, you're rooting for both of them, even though they're going against each other. I found myself the whole movie being like, oh, Captain America is right. No, Iron Man is right. No, again, Captain America has a good point, but Iron Man also has a good point. And that's all thanks to the performances and the direction they get in this movie. Everybody else also delivers solid, good performances. Sebastian Shaw as Bucky Barnes, great. Anthony Mackie as the Falcon, great. Frankly, the cast is too big to give everybody a shout out, but I like to point out two newcomers to the series, Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa, the Black Panther, and Tom Holland's the Spider-Man. They are great in this movie, and they do not feel forced in. They get their own piece of the movie which feels fresh, and it fits with the story, and they do solid performances. Chadwick Boseman was really convincing as this regal African warrior, and Tom Holland, I love Spider-Man. I like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man really much. I also liked Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, not as much, but Tom Holland, in those couple of scenes he gets, I think he's my new Spider-Man. We get a younger Spider-Man, a true kid Spider-Man, and I loved it. Hey, The only iffy part about this movie was Daniel Bruhl's Zemo, which is basically the main antagonist of this movie. And that's nothing against Daniel Bruhl's performance of the characters, it's just that the character is not in the movie that much. And actually, I think that's a good thing, because this movie's best quality is the characters and their motivations especially. And I have to draw a comparison to Captain v Superman, which was a movie I liked. I think it had good scenes, but my main problem with that was that the actual conflict of the main characters made no sense to me. It made no sense to me why Batman was going after Superman and vice versa, basically. But in this movie you truly get it, and there isn't a feeling that, oh, he's the good guy and he's the bad guy, but you feel that these are both good men, just opposite sides of the coin, and you truly feel for the conflict. There are a couple of truly heartstring tugging scenes in this movie where you see the emotional anguish that these two basically friends have for the fact that they have to fight each other. Big question is, where would I rank this in the plethora of Marvel movies we now have? I'm gonna say this might be my favorite one. I've only seen it once, so I have to see it a couple of more times before I can lock that down. But yeah, this is a really, really good Marvel movie. Before this, I would have had to say that my top 3 would have been the first Avengers, Captain America Winter Soldier, and the first Iron Man. And I think this one tops them all. It's a good movie, tonally, structurally, performances are great, the effects are great. It's just a fun time. And where Batman v Superman got really dark, this movie makes a good balance between the fact that it is dark, it is friends and basically family going at each other, and it gets dark in those scenes, but you still find the levity in it and the fun, and this is a fun movie to watch, and I can't praise it enough. Go see it, you won't get disappointed. That's it for this review, which is actually the first review up on Finnish Guy Likes Movies. If you want to see more of these, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Also, I'm thinking I'm gonna do possibly a spoiler review after I've seen this movie a couple of times more, so maybe.